What if you're all wearing that?
Sarah.
So quiet.
You know, Cason.
Should put my fan on. All right. How's everybody doing? Thank you for coming out to my speech. My person of interest is Michael Jackson, and I like to talk about how he's influenced me, and I feel like a world of people, and not just sonically, but with his passion for music and his way of bringing people together and bringing joy and finding a way to put smiles on people's faces and use his God-given talent as a way to, for good. Because not a lot of people do that when you have a large influence. And one of the ways he influenced people obviously was musically. His first solo album titled Off the Wall really had solid commercial success early. It sold 8 million copies in America alone and 20 million copies worldwide. And his first single from the album, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, was his first solo Grammy. And this really kind of created a storm of successful music from then on out. And his sophomore album, Thriller, I think everyone's pretty familiar with, ended up peaking at #1 in the United States for 37 weeks straight, and actually sold over 50 million copies worldwide. To this day, is the most selling album ever released by any artist in the world. And that just speaks volume of his success and his talent and how people really felt and supported his music. And it wasn't just through albums, it was solo songs as well, where he just continued to deliver successful music. Whereas he had 13 #1 hit singles, and that's third to only the Beatles as well as Elvis are in front of him, and he's tied in third with Rihanna with 13 #1 hit singles. And his most successful single was Say Say Say, featuring Paul McCartney, a Beatles artist, which I feel like a lot of people don't know too much about because he released it in the latter portion of his career. But it was commercially it was very successful, and actually Billboard magazine labeled it the 40th biggest hit of all time. And to be anywhere near that list is pretty amazing, let alone be in the top 50. And I feel like, not just as fans, but critically, he really received the credit he deserved, notably being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, on 2 separate occasions. He was, in the mid-90s, he was inducted as a member of the Jackson 5, and then later, to 2001, he was inducted again as a solo artist, and he's the only artist to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I should say, on 2 separate occasions. And so, numerically, it just shows that Michael Jackson is a decorated contributor to the music industry, selling over 750 million records worldwide to this day, 13 #1 singles, 2 Hall of Fame inductions, as well as, just as a person off the record, he was, he had a way of bringing people together and bringing joy to families and making people want to dance and have a good time and smile. And that's why he was a huge influence to me and a person of interest that I would choose. And it, one thing that really shows this is the support that he had was the year after he died, he sold 35 million records. And that just shows that, I feel like a lot of people feel just like me, that, and they want to show their support and, the reason why he's the king of pop. And that's why he's my person of interest.